Hi. Hey guys. On live. How are you? Wait for some of y'all to get on. We just put our baby down. Hope you can hear me. Hey you guys, welcome. It's a Saturday night. You guys are all out. Hey you guys. Hey guys, join my fun live video. I see you liking my video. Give me some hearts, comment. Hey you guys. Happy Saturday night. I'm so excited to talk to all of you. All right, I'm just gonna get started. Hey. Give me love, give me love. It's always more exciting when you have love on these things. Hey. Elena. Hopefully you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me good. Cool. Hearts and hearts and hearts. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm so excited about this topic. Hi, Misty. I have some pretty amazing things to share with all of you. And first of all, welcome to October. Guys, I am so ready to crush this month, and I know that you are too. What a way to kill it in September. And it's so awesome that we have this group. I am just jazzed that we're all here working together, building together, focusing on taking our businesses to the next level. And so I'm thinking, look, it's the first of the month. Let's talk about how we can capitalize on really looking forward, because, you know, today being October 1st, I think about the things that we should all be doing. We should be printing off our steps to success sheets for the month. We should be focused on our charts. You know, when you look ahead at October 31st, when you look ahead at Halloween and you think, where am I going to be? Where did I end up in September? Where am I going to end up in October? And being really, really, really mindful and raw and real about this, because this is everything. Goal setting is everything in this business. We've had ambassadors on this page already talking about goal setting and the importance of that. And I want to talk to you about something that I really feel like we all need. You know, these are tips and strategies and things that I've learned over the years. My experience in this industry has been 8 years now. And I'm looking ahead and going, wow, you know, I've really learned a lot. I'm looking back and going, wow, I'm glad I've made mistakes. I've not made mistakes, but I've come a long way in my journey. And I want to share some of the things that I've learned that have really helped me expand my network. Because if you guys don't know me well, you may or may not know that I tend to be a little bit more shy. I'm more like a social introvert. You know, I love to go out with a crowd, but I am typically not the first one in the center of the party. I really like to get to know people. And so as much as that's true, that also sometimes makes me nervous when I'm out in the field and out networking and meeting a stranger. But I've realized that in this business, discipline is everything. You know, here I am. I want to kind of paint an analogy for you. I'm postpartum. I'm 10 months postpartum, and I'm like, oh man, now I know why people get married typically before having kids, because this is not easy getting back to where I was before. You know, I've got a wedding dress to get into. I've got to get fit for that. I'm not quite where I was before we had Kennedy. And it's like, do I want to go to the gym every day? No. Do I want to get up and go work out? No. Do I feel like I have better things to do? Yes. But I realize I'm not going to get where I want to go if I don't put myself in uncomfortable situations and do things that are a little bit out of my comfort zone. And so I'm in the gym. I'm committed to working out. I'm eating really well, and I'm doing the things that I need to do to make my body fit enough for my wedding dress, because I've got a little ways to go. And so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that discipline, because we have to have that same type of discipline in this business. Every day is not wine and roses. You know, every day is not perfect in this industry. Every day is not always fun. Like, let's face it. But there's things that we've got to do to be able to take our business to the next level. So today I want to talk to you about expanding your network. This is everything. So if you're looking ahead in October and you think, I want you to look at your calendar and I want you to ask yourself, do you have a wrap appointment booked? Do you have an opportunity meeting, and how many? Do you have a wrap party booked? Because you've got to have these things in order to take your business to the next level for whatever your promotion is. If it's Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, Double, Triple, Presidential, Ambassador, you have to have things on your calendar that are important to the growth of your business. And so a lot of you, you know, and I've been down this path, is where you go, wow, you know, I feel like I'm talking to the same 20 people, or I feel like I'm talking to the same 50 people, and you need to expand your network. You're not putting in the discipline that it takes to meet new people out in the market, or to hand that Blitz card out, or to book that wrap party, or book that opportunity meeting. And so I've got 5 things I'm going to go through here with you. And the first one, I've got tons of notes, you guys. The first one is called making a comprehensive list, like actually making a list. I want you guys to look and see, do you even have a list on paper? Do you have a list of prospects, of potential distributors, potential customers, mostly potential distributors? Do you have people written down on a piece of paper somewhere, in a journal or in a binder, that you talk to on a consistent basis? Because that is everything in this industry. We always tell you, make a 100's list, make a 100's list, but some of you think that's silly. Some of you go, oh, well, I have it in my, you know, Facebook friend, you know, I made a list on Facebook and they're all there, or it's all in my inbox. And I'm like, no. It needs to be on paper. You need to know who you're talking to. You need to be able to write notes by their name. You need to be able to know who they are. You can't remember everything. You think you're going to remember, but you're not going to remember. You guys have to have a comprehensive list. And here's how you have a comprehensive list. Facebook. Facebook's the first place you want to go. We all have Facebook now. We wouldn't be on this group if we didn't have Facebook, right? Go through your list and really start writing down names. And I'm going to talk about what qualities to look for in a second, but I want you to start writing down names of people that you want on your dream team, okay? Like, you have a choice here. Do you not realize you have a choice? Like, you're creating a dream team, and you need to make a list of the people that you want on that team. So you're going to utilize Facebook, and then I say, if you have a significant other or a spouse, go to their Facebook. Go through their friends list. I've done that with Scott so many times. I've gone through his list. I've really looked through it. I'm like, who's this person? Tell me if you know anybody who's dynamic, who's hardworking, who's social, who's adventurous. Like, who can I talk to that's super connected? And we make a list together. Go through your phone. You have people in your phone from like 1920 that you have not talked to, that you've forgotten. You look at their name and you go, who's that? Find out, ask them. Hey, you know, I got a new phone. I've updated my list. I don't know who this is, you know, whatever. You need to know who's in your phone. You have people there that are hungry for this, and you haven't even talked to them yet. So make your comprehensive list through Facebook, your phone, your email. Like, how many people do you have? And that's such a simple thing, but you haven't even looked at your contact list on email in forever, because that's old school, right? But you need to go through your email and you need to find out who's on there. There's people waiting to hear about this opportunity or these products that you haven't talked to. So those are just a couple of places. Facebook, I would encourage you to go through all your social sites now. We have Twitter, we have Instagram, we have LinkedIn. I mean, there's so many different places that we have a list, but you guys have to make this list. And if you really need help, download the memory jogger from the eSuite. That's a great way to have some support in making this list of people like your chiropractor who does your hair, the person who, you know, services your car, people like that. Like, they are prospects. They are connected. They have a network. There's a reason why they're in your circle, and perhaps they need to be on your list. So here's some of the qualities, and this is what I encourage you guys to do. And a lot of you don't do this. You need to recruit up. A lot of you stay down here. What I mean by that is you need to be a little fearful in your approach. Like, you need to be a little nervous. You need to be a little, like, you know, not apprehensive, but like almost anxious to talk to some of these people who you feel are really connected. You know, I call them like your chicken list people. Like, you need to take it up a notch, you know, and really, let's think about this. If you're building your dream team, What qualities of people do you want on your team? Like, do you want duds? Do you want people who don't do anything? Do you want people who won't call you back? Do you want people who aren't excited? Do you want people who complain all the time? Do you want people who like you literally can't find the next day? Because I think we've all had that. You don't want that. You wouldn't be in this group. You wouldn't be in this page right now if you weren't ready to take your business to the next level. You need to recruit up, and this is how you do it. You think about people who are fun, people who are social, people who are outgoing, people who are driven, determined, hardworking, people who are the life of the party. Like, who goes out? Who do you know that goes out on a Friday night and has an entourage with them? Like, you want that person, you know, like to me, that person's my mom. Like, we all know Pam Souter, like she's so connected, right? She's like the life of the party. She's always been that way, even way before multi-level marketing ever got into her world. Like, she's a connected person. She takes care of her relationships. Who do you know that's like her? You know, like just a really dynamic individual. You know, the first person who hosted my party for me is my friend Jennifer, and she was in a sorority in college. And I told you, like, I'm kind of a social introvert. I had a couple of really solid, good college buddies, but I didn't have a huge network in college, but Jennifer did. So I asked Jennifer to host my party for me, and she did, and it was a huge success because she invited the right people, because she's connected. So you got to think about that. Think about someone who's a visionary. Think about someone who also is in need. You know, perhaps financially, perhaps with time, that kind of person too. Think about influencers. Think about people in your life you know are just that person that just is so well connected. It's such a strong network. I've got a really good friend back home in Virginia. She's an incredible referral for me. She's not interested in the business. She has an amazing business of her own, but she's an incredible referral for me because she's an influencer. She's a networker. She gets people together and connected, and that's powerful. You know, you want people like this on your list that can also get you in front of other people, and I'm going to talk about that more as I go. So the most important thing is for you to think of, who do you want on your dream team? And some of you, I might encourage you to make a new list. You might be listening to me and going, oh, my list doesn't look so good. Well, make a new one. Like, this is your business. Let's be disciplined here, right? We're developing new habits, and it takes about 21 days to develop a solid new habit. Well, we're going to start today. We're going to start on October 1st. It's the best day to start. You need to make a new list, and you need to think, all right, who do I really want on my team? All right, so the second aspect of this that takes it to another level, we're going to build up on this as we go, is you've got to add to your list. You can't just make this list and then talk to the same 100 people. Like, that's not going to do you any good. You think it is, because you think, well, it's 100 people. They're all going to join me. They're all going to want everything I have. And I'm like, no, they're not. Let's face it, you might sign a handful of them, of those 100. You might sign a handful. You might not sign them all. You're making a list. This is a numbers game, you guys. You got to be real about this, right? So you're making this list. Now you're adding to it. So how are you adding to it? One of the ways is through social media. Again, you've already made your list of people that you know, but now how are we going to go take this market that you have in front of you and take it to the next level? And so one of the easiest ways that I do it on Facebook, and I think maybe social media is like a whole nother topic, another video, maybe for another day. But just to give you a couple short, quick tips. Friend suggestions. This is all really easy. So one thing I want you guys to do is I want you to go, if you search through your news feed, you see friend suggestions, right? Or if you go to your friends, there's suggestions that pop up. If the majority of your friend suggestions on Facebook are it works people, that's your biggest problem. And I don't mean that offensively. I mean, we got to take it to another level. So this is what happened to me. When I first looked at my friends' suggestions, I was like, ugh. Oh, and let me tell you guys, the reason why we talk about friend suggestions is if you just like blindly go in and start adding people on Facebook without them being a suggested friend, then Facebook likes to mark that as spam. So you could get like a block on your account, and you don't want that. So we're going to add suggested friends. That means you have a commonality of mutual friends anyway. All right, so we're going to start there. And the reason that I started doing this is because I looked at my friends list and they were mostly at works people. I was like, ugh, that's part of my problem. I need to expand my network. And so I started small. I started with a few that were there in my list and I added them as a friend. And then what I found is because I added them as a friend, and there was another circle of people that I could add as a friend. And I went, whoa, this is growing. And now when I look at my suggested friends list on Facebook, because I've been doing this for months, I have so many people that have no relation at all whatsoever to It Works that I can add as a friend on Facebook. And so it's grown for me. It's massive. And it's like a never-ending circle. So once you do it, it starts like snowballing. And then all of a sudden you have all these people you can add on Facebook. And it starts expanding. So you have to start somewhere, right? So that's one way. And then Facebook groups, some of you are like, I've talked to some of you, you're like, my network is not that big. And I go, then you need to create one. Like, you can't just sit back in this industry and expect it to fall in your lap. Like, you have to create relationships, you guys. This is multi-level marketing. Like, this is part of the process, okay? So that's what makes it amazing too. But so I'm a mom now. And so I'm on a lot of mommy groups on Facebook. Like, what do you like? What are your hobbies? Write a few down. Make some notes and look for groups on Facebook that you can join so you can start meeting some amazing people. I meet some really amazing moms, and no, I don't just go spam them and ask them to join my team right away. I literally start friending them and start developing a relationship with them, start commenting on their pictures and their posts and things like that. And I start developing a bond with them that can help me take it to the next level and really hope maybe I can see a need in their life that I can fill with this business. Maybe that I see a post about a financial struggle or a job change or a need that or a product need that I can go in and say, hey, I saw your post. I don't know if you've been seeing mine, but I'd love to help you with that goal that you have to lose 15 pounds. And so it really starts to build upon itself. It's awesome. Also, just something simple, you guys, is running errands. Like, Scott just went to Target to get Kennedy some nose spray because he has an ear infection and a sinus thing. So it's like, who you meet at Target, like you run errands every day, that you need to be thinking about who's standing next to you in line and who's servicing you, which is kind of on my next one. So I'm going to hit on that a little bit. But when you're running errands, if someone makes eye contact with you, like I think if this cute mom makes eye contact with me and she's got her kids and they're shopping around, it's like I start talking to them. And if it flows and goes somewhere, I'm like, hey, can I give you a coupon for my product? I think you'd really love it. Or have you heard of It Works before? And we start developing a relationship with them. And then, of course, I want to say that's where you add them to your list by inviting them. Can I add you as a friend on Facebook? Can we connect further? Is it all right if I get your phone number and invite you to some of my parties online? I'd love for us to connect and maybe get coffee and our children can play together, and that kind of relationship building, that's part of expanding your network. It's so important. Sports, some of you, like, we're not in this position yet in life, but we may start taking Kennedy to these gymnastics classes. It's like, what a great way to go meet other moms and parents and expand our network. So for those of you that have kids that are in sports, I know I was a softball player and a dancer. My mom, when she started networking, she met a lot of people through my softball games and my practices and my dance class. And she had dance moms and softball moms and dads join her in her network marketing career. So think about your kids and the activities that they're involved in, and even yourself. You may not have children, but you may have a gym that you attend. You may have a, some hobby that you're involved in, whether it's wine night with the girls, like that's the best thing, like paint night with the girls, like go do something that's interactive where you all can really support and work together, that you can expand your network as friends. And then that's going to help you in your business. I mean, these are things that you need to be thinking about. You need to get out of your house. Like, you've got to get out there and go meet people belly to belly. This is what I'm saying. It's everything. That's what this business thrives on, is just you being active in your life. So that's another thing. And I wrote down some statistics. And so I really want to challenge you guys as we're looking ahead in the month to think about how many, like, let's start with a challenge of 2 people a day. What if you added 2 people to your list? You've already got your 100's list. I'm not talking about the list I'm already encouraging you to make, right? Well, we're going to take it to the next level. We're going to add 2 more people to it. All right, so we're going to add 2 people to it. Do you know that after 1 year, you'd have 730 new people at minimum on your list? And after 5 years, because right, this business is really built on longevity, after 5 years, you'd have 3,600 new people added to your list. That's so many. That's crazy. All right, but let's take it to the next level because I know you guys are here for that. What if you added 5 people to your list every day? Every day, maybe of that 5, one somebody that you blitz at Target. One somebody that you blitz at the gym, like someone you start talking to and networking with at the gym. What if it's 3 suggested friends on Facebook? Because again, I talked about this starting to snowball. If you added 5 a day, after a year, you'd have 1,800 more on your list. After a year, 1,800. Now get this, after 5 years, you'd have 9,100 people on your list. 9,100 people in your network that are either referring you to new clients, who are joining your team as a distributor or a customer, or booking a party for you, or referring you to somebody. 9,100 people. Get this, if you add 10 a day, now 10 a day to me is not scary. And I think now that you've listened to me a little bit, you realize that's not that bad. That could just be 10 suggested friends. That could be 5 people you blitz and 5 suggested friends. That's only 10 a day. After 1 year, you'd have 3,600 people, new people on your list that you're talking to. Now, that's how many you had after 5 years if you just added 2 a day. Amazing. Now, after 5 years, if you added 10 a day, you'd have 18,000 people in your network supporting you, liking your business, to customers of your business, distributor of your business. 18,000 people, just you. Now, if you teach this to your team and they're doing this, imagine how many people you all are going to have in your network because you're consistently adding to your lists. It's pretty incredible. All right, so that's 1 and 2. I got 5, so I got to get going. Number 3 is to raise your awareness. You guys need to start getting uncomfortable. You need to start getting a little scared. And what I mean by that is it's not scared of what's going to happen. It's a little anxious, a little uncomfortable, because you are standing and walking by prospects daily that you're not blitzing. It's like I said, if they make eye contact, you give them a blitz card. Like, you've got to be a little uncomfortable. We all go through these moments. You have to do these things. Who's the person that you're eating beside? I mean, it's got to laugh. Like, I'm the first person. I'll start a conversation. Hey, how you doing? Like, we're sitting next to each other at a restaurant or at the bar or wherever, or in the airport, and just start a conversation. Who knows where it's going to go? It may not go anywhere. But what if it does? What if it does? So you have to get uncomfortable. And again, here's like a point I was going to make is you're already liking their pictures. You're already stalking them socially anyway. Like, why are you not adding them to your list? Why are you not talking to them? Why are you not like telling them what you have your hands on? And then I want you to think, this is like taking it to another level, but you need to listen to people's needs. Okay? Listen to their needs. People who are posting on Facebook that they want to lose weight, or they're upset because their hubby or their wife just lost their job, or they can't afford Christmas, or whatever it is, or just a conversation that's starting with people that you meet out. Listen to them, ask them questions, engage with them, because you will find a way to plug this business or this product or this opportunity into that conversation because you're listening more and talking less. That means everything in prospecting. So, and also, this is the last thing on this third thing, is don't prejudge. Like, stop judging people. You have no right to judge them. You really don't know about them. You really don't know what goes on behind closed doors. You don't know. Maybe they're rich, but maybe they're bored. You know, maybe they have a ton of money, but maybe they're bored. Maybe they're stressed and have no time. You know, maybe they are in mounds of debt and you're sitting here thinking they're just like rolling in the deep. Like, you know, it's not happening. You need to really listen and start a dialogue and ask people if you can add them to your list. And what I mean by that is ask them, hey, can we get a cup of coffee sometime and I show you what I do? Or I just think you're so dynamic and I'd love to show you more about my opportunity to make extra income. Or, you know, I've been watching you on Facebook, and I'm going to give you guys some more examples, but I've been watching you on Facebook and I love all your pictures. You seem so just in love with your family and so dynamic and so fun. And I want to work with you. Like, have you been seeing my It Works posts at all? Like, I think you'd be amazing at what I do. Like, what's wrong with that? You know, after you've kind of developed a rapport with them, like, what's wrong with asking? Like, it's not about just posting on Facebook, you guys. You have to ask. Posting is not asking. You have to ask people. So that's step 3, raise your awareness. Okay, now for number 4, be the rap girl or the rap guy that gets referred to. Be the rap girl or the rap guy that gets referred to. And what I mean by that is you work with class, you work with integrity, you work with consistency, you be someone that people want to do business with. That's everything. I just recently, and I'm not tooting my own horn, but I will a little bit because I know that I have this. I've developed this over 8 years. Someone in my network who's not at all interested right now in being a distributor said that her friend had talked about joining It Works, and she came to me and said, you know, the only person that I would refer her to is you, and I would love it if you would talk to her about the opportunity. Well, I called her right away. And she joined that night, and she's on our team, and I'm so proud of her. She just joined, just got her first loyal customer. And you know what? I was honored, and I am so grateful for that referral. And you want to be that person that gets those referrals. You want to be known as the rap girl or the rap guy. And so how do you do this? You do this by expanding your network and getting to know people. Go to networking events. Go to moms groups if you're a mom. Go to social events in your area. Get out there. Put yourself in uncomfortable situations. I was just the other night at a mom's group. I didn't know but 2 of these moms. And before I joined this group, I didn't know any of these moms. But I showed up, I introduced myself, I shook people's hands, and I asked them questions. I got to know them. And now we have a relationship. We're friends on Facebook, and who knows where it's going to go? Who knows who they know? Who potentially needs extra income or product, or what event they're going to refer me to so I can set up a table somewhere, become a vendor somewhere. You just don't know. So you guys have to start developing these habits so that that network expands for you. And okay, so this is number 5. I went through 4. I went through make a comprehensive list. I went to add to your list. I went through raise your awareness by being uncomfortable, and be the rap girl or the rap guy that gets referred to. Now the 5th thing, you're going to laugh at this title. The 5th thing is go in for the kill. And the reason I titled it this is it's like, you've built up all this and now you got to go in and ask. And we talked a little bit about asking, but I'm going to post these scripts for you guys in the comment section of this video after it loads. But this is everything. You have to ask. You have to go in. Now that you've developed a relationship, you've liked their pictures, you've commented on them, you've invited them for coffee, you've maybe been to 3 or 4 mom groups with them, and you just think, okay, this person has to join my team. They have those qualities we talked about. They have those fun, social, influential qualities. They're a visionary. They're connected. You could tell because you keep seeing their pictures and you're like, oh my God, she's got an entourage. Like, I've got to get to know her, right? That's everything. So These are some things you can say to people through, I always suggest a voice message if you can, if you have their phone number, or through Facebook, send a voice memo. Here's a recent example. There was a girl that someone on my team was, she said, you know, this girl, she just keeps liking all my pictures, and I've talked to her before, but I messaged her and she likes my pictures, but she won't respond to my message. And I say, then send her this. Send her, I see you. You need to join my team. Are you ready? And she did that. And it's working for her because she just poked at her and she's like, I see you. You know, and I'll do that. I'm not just like so stiff. I'm playful with people. You know, I ask them questions and build a rapport with them and and dialogue with them, so that hopes that they want to join my team. They don't want, you know, they want fun too. If they're fun, they want fun, you know? So here's some. Beth, you've been on my mind. You've been on my mind lately. I think you'd be so amazing at what I do. Have you been seeing my post about It Works? I want you on my team, girl. Do you have a need for extra income? I'm not sure, but I'm curious. You know, I don't know if you have a need for extra income, but I'm curious. Just ask them that question. I always ask that question, and it seems to really work out for me really well. Or something like, Nikki, I'm loving all these adorable pictures of your kiddos. They are seriously growing up way too fast. I wanted to reach out to you because I think you'd be so amazing at what I do. Do you and your family have a need for extra income? Or, hey, Jennifer, girl, your pictures are absolutely adorable. What's that lip color you were wearing in the picture you posted yesterday? I seriously want that. And it makes me think of the influence you have and how amazing you'd be at It Works. I know I'm being bold, but I have to ask, do you have a need for extra income? You would kill it at what I do. Just something like that. Just let it roll off the tongue, you know? Just so simple and playful and fun. And be bold, you guys. Ask. You know, you can always, my notes on here are being bold. Ask them, because, you know, when you ask for someone at the opportunity, I've always said this to my team, you can always drop back and say, well, if you're not ready, would you like to become a customer and test the products for a little while? Because I know that you all want to grow your business and you want those DTs on your team. So let's lead with the opportunity more. You know, let's really go after the opportunity. I know you want your customers, but you got to ask for the business and the distributorship. So you can always drop back to maybe they could host a party for you or refer you to somebody, ask for that referral. But I say lead with the business. I think that it will help you, and it'll help you kind of get over that anxiety and that fear of, this is sometimes the scariest part, but it's not scary. It just, for whatever reason, it seems like it is. And that's why I say recruit up, like take it up a level in the people that you're talking to. And then specifically about products, I will say this because I do this as well. If someone likes my product post, if they like, you know, a product tester post I put out, or a product model post, or a loyal customer or something, or, you know, the holiday packages are out now, if they like that picture and they're not a customer or a distributor, obviously I'll message them and say something like, hey girl, thanks for the social love on my HSN post, or my wrap post, or my greens post, or my cleanse post, or whatever the post is. And I'll say, are you interested in being a product model? Or if you say product tester, maybe you say loyal customer. And I'll just ask that question, are you interested in being a product model for this product? And they'll come back and say, well, what exactly is a product model, or what exactly is a product tester? And then we start the dialogue of that. So simple, you guys. And I think sometimes you overcomplicate this, and it's not complicated. Same thing I'll do if someone likes my post that's about the business and they're not already a distributor. Obviously, I'll go through and I do filter through these, because I want to know if I need to add someone to my list that's not already on it, that may just be watching me. And I'll message them and I'll say, hey girl, thanks for the social love on my post. I'm so glad to know that we're connected on here. And I'm just curious, are you interested in what I do? Do you have a need to make extra income? And I ask. It's like, why not ask? If they're liking my picture, I'm like, hey, that's free game. I'm going in, you know, I'm going in for the kill. But these are the tips that I had for you guys because I thought now is the time for you to develop some amazing habits and really take your business to the next level. And just imagine all the seeds that you can be planting and all the wins that you can have over the course of this next 31 days if you just start these habits and you're consistent with them every single month. I'm just so excited for you, and I'd love for you to share your aha moments in the comments section, but I will post these scripts for you. All right, you guys, I'm going to dinner. See you later. Bye.